I secretly recorded my friend's fiancée at her bachelorette party and exposed her. I was invited to the bachelorette party for my friend's fiancée. It was over the long weekend at a vacation rental on the beach. There was booze, a hot tub, and great food. It was definitely a hit. At one point, I was on the deck looking at the ocean, and the bride was drunk in the hot tub with two of her friends. She said she felt more relaxed than she had in a while. I assumed she was referring to wedding planning. One of her friends asked if she was having trouble with a little monster. She said no, that he was manageable for now. At that point, I realized they were talking about my friend's son. I took out my phone and started recording them. The bride's friend said horrible stuff about my friend's son, and the bride responded positively to everything, laughing and agreeing. Then she said that it was too bad he wasn't old enough to be sent to military school. I stopped recording when their topic changed. I don't think they ever realized I was close enough to hear them. When we got back, I asked to meet with my friend, and I played him the recording. He was quiet while he listened. After the recording was finished, he asked me to send it to him, which I did. Then he asked me to delete it, which I said I would do, but haven't yet. I feel like an asshole for interfering, I really do. However, I'm worried about my friend's son. Depending on what my friend does, I might need to send this recording to the poor boy's family. I feel like I've overstepped, but what else can I do? Was I being an asshole? Consensus: people are split on NTA and UTA. People point out that while it's okay to feel guilty about filming and sharing a private conversation, being a good friend and protecting a child from potential abuse is more important. Others say Oop is a huge asshole for filming women in a hot tub, ripping a private conversation out of context, and not deleting the video when asked and planning on sending it to more people. Some also comment that it is normal to vent about your children to your friends and not something to worry about. Comments by Op: he is not a monster at all. He's 2 years old. He doesn't have any behaviors atypical for his age group. The worst thing he does is that he keeps trying to take his clothes off in public because it's so hot this summer. My friend is a great dad who loves his son very much. I just worry about this little boy. It's bad enough that his mom isn't in his life anymore. He deserves love and support. When I have said stupid things while drunk, there usually wound up being consequences for me later, and often I ended up needing to apologize to someone afterwards. Somebody says Op is in love with a groom and tries to break them up with fake drama. Well, I'm a lesbian, so. Update. Yesterday, Friday, afternoon, I got a text from my friend asking me to block his fiancée's number. I was a bit thrown by the request and asked if everything was okay. He said he couldn't talk right now and asked me to please just block the number. So I blocked the number. I have this weird glitch with my Android Auto where if a blocked number calls me, it shows up in my recent calls as a missed call on my car's screen, even though on my actual phone it doesn't ring at all. I was driving later and saw a ton of missed calls from her. There were so many it exceeded what my car would show me. I kept the number blocked. Later, my friend's best friend, who was supposed to be the best man, called me and asked me if I had heard from our friend. I said yes and asked why. He sent me a screenshot from the fiancée's Facebook talking about how people show you their true colors and saying she was newly single. I tried to call my friend, but he didn't answer. Tonight I finally heard back from him. The long and short of it is that he asked her about how she feels about his son. She said he's adorable and sweet. My friend played her the recording, and she asked where he got it. He refused to tell her, saying it shouldn't matter. She immediately guessed it was me. He refused to confirm that. She was angry that he wouldn't tell her I recorded her conversation and said she can't trust him anymore. She called off the wedding. Not a great update, but since so many of you were so invested, I thought you'd want to know. Comments by Op: he didn't give me a word-for-word rundown of their conversation, but from what he told me once, the topic shifted to her wanting to know who recorded her. It never went back to what she said. I didn't know what to expect, but it definitely wasn't this. I thought maybe she would say she was taken out of context or something, but shifting the topic completely from the song to the recording, that I didn't anticipate. I feel really bad for him. At least this way, she can't play the "he left me right before our wedding" card, though. One of the bride's friends said she wouldn't be able to put up with such a gross kid, to which the bride laughed and agreed it was difficult. Another asked if she ever wishes he wouldn't come up when he's always jumping in the water. She said no, but she also laughed, and I don't think laughter was an acceptable response to such a horrible comment. Another friend said if her son had stripped naked in public, she would slap him, to which the bride said she was too shocked to react. My friend's son is 2 and sometimes tries to take his clothes off outside because the summer has been so hot. I'm assuming they were referring to such an event. I already deleted the recording after so many comments on the original post advised me to. He still has his copy unless he also deleted it, but mine is gone. I'm glad I got rid of it. His choice on how to handle everything from this point forward, as it should be.